Welcome back to Studio 5. I'm sorry are two of the most powerful words you can say, but if you find yourself apologizing to the same people over the same faults, you might want to try a different approach. Studio 5 contributor Julie Hanks says there are 5 important steps to a powerful, sincere apology. We need to master this, don't we?
It applies to everyone and every relationship because we're always stepping on each other's toes or hurting each other intentionally or unintentionally. So apologies are so important to be able to repair those relationship ruptures.
Some people might be saying, gosh, just that I'm saying the words, isn't that enough? Kind of the meaning behind what you're saying. But you say these apologies can go unintentionally wrong.
Right, just saying, oh, I'm sorry. A common thing is, well, I'm sorry for whatever I did that you're upset about. That's not an apology.
I think I've said that before.
I know, but so a really powerful apology, you own your part. What was your specific contribution to that breakdown or that pain that the other person's feeling?
Emphasis on specific.
Yeah. Yes. Can I give you an example?
Please.
I apologized to my 8-year-old daughter. One night I walked in her room and I was just like, so I was going to snuggle with her, but I started ranting on like, we've got to organize your room and, you know, over the Christmas break, blah, blah, blah.
Mother moment.
And then it was like, she's like, well, no, all this stuff is special. And we kind of had this escalating thing. And I'm like, fine, okay, bye. So the next day I went to her and I just said, I am so sorry that I was really intense about that. It's really about me. And I'm afraid that I'm not being a good mom and not teaching you how to organize because I struggle with that. It was not about you, and I'm so sorry that we didn't get to snuggle last night. So, and she accepted my apology, but it was specific. You know, I put something on her that was really about me.
Owning your part of it.
Yeah.
And okay to take that time. It took you maybe 12 hours to process through that.
Yeah, maybe 24.
Okay. Step 2, you say, is to reflect on the impact that it might have.
Yeah, so being able to put yourself kind of in their shoes and see what for them was the impact. You don't have to agree, but it's not your experience. In therapy, this comes up a lot because people are there for relationship issues or they've been hurt in the past and have a hard time letting go. So this comes up all of the time. So saying I'm sorry without saying what I can tell that this was really hard for you. Or, for example, I know a lot of clients I've worked with who were mistreated as children. They wish that their abuser could say, I get that this impacted your ability to trust other people. I get that this impacted how you see yourself. And that, you know, so being specific about what is the impact for them.
I don't have the therapy experience, and I don't mean to minimalize or dramatize it, but you see that play out on those crime shows a lot. They'll just say that it's important to hear those words, even though you can't change what happened, or you can't take away the pain that was caused. There is real healing then in processing through that empathy.
Right, and that's the next one is showing empathy. So it's more than words. It's having congruent body language. And I asked this on Facebook. I asked my friends, you know, when has someone apologized to you and it was particularly powerful, and what was it about that? And a lot of responses had to do with body language, and especially the eyes. I could see in their eyes they were coming from a place of love, and I could see their sincerity. And so I think we can demonstrate that empathy through having our body language say what we're trying to say. It kind of backs it up.
I like that. How can you say to own your part, how can you own your part in this apology without making it about you, keeping the focus on the other person you're sincerely trying to, you know, reconcile with?
Right. A common mistake is, well, I didn't mean to, or I already apologized, or you've done the same thing to me. So we've talked about this before, kind of flipping the conversation around is so common. So you want to save all of your justifications, your reasons, your feelings, your thoughts for an entirely different conversation. It is so hard to do. It is so hard to do. Save, because we want to go, well, I didn't mean to, but
justify.
It was unintentional.
Explain.
At that moment, that diminishes the power of what you're trying to convey. So keeping it about them, their experience, hearing them, apologizing. So owning your part isn't about now let's talk about me. It's you're stating the specific impact or specific behavior and the specific impact and the emotions.
I know a lot of couples, and I think this is really common, obviously in a marriage, who will argue and find themselves apologizing over the same issues again and again and again and again. When we actually say the apology, is that the remedy? Is that the make it right? Or is there steps that need to happen even beyond those words?
So step number 5 is to make it right. We say that a lot in my home. So what are you going to do to make it right? So you broke your brother's toy or your sister's whatever, or you stole something that whatever. To be able to make it right. So a lot of times in my family, I'll have my kids do a service or pay for the thing they broke, or do their siblings' jobs, something to make it right. And so action needs to back up the words. And humans will apologize for the same things over and over. But I think that sincerity and really trying to make that change is just as important, if not more important, than the words
I love that you can apply these powerful 5 steps to any and every relationship.
Any work, family, friendships.
Good. Julie,
everywhere.
Thank you. I imagine working through these sincere and powerful apologies is part of the therapy process. Do sometimes people need help just getting unstuck?
Yeah. We've all been hurt, and sometimes it's easy to get over, and sometimes it isn't. So that's what we do at Wasatch Family Therapy.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brooke.
All right. If you have found this conversation helpful, what to say, what not to say, you can revisit it, of course, on our website, studio5.ksl.com. Coming up next, finding the right fit in a fad diet. We decode the diet names that you hear so much about. That's next.